The sun was at its peak as Jake, Emily, Oscar, and Mia made their way to the pristine shores of the serene lake nestled within Willow Grove. The water shimmered under the golden rays, beckoning them to leave behind the hustle and bustle of daily life and dive into its refreshing embrace. Jake, always a step ahead with his adventurous spirit, dashed ahead, his bare feet kicking up sand. "Last one in's a rotten egg," he shouted, his voice mingling with the calls of distant birds. Emily chuckled, adjusting her sun hat. "You always say that, and yet you're never the first in," she teased, knowing Jake had a knack for baiting the group with playful competition. Oscar, the quiet thinker of the group, sat by the shore, dipping his toes in cautiously. "We should do more of these trips. It's nice to escape once in a while," he said, reveling in the feeling of tranquility that washed over him. Mia, a natural at making every outing fun, was already fashioning a makeshift raft with a piece of driftwood she found nearby. "Come on, slowpokes. I've got a raft, just in case any of you need rescuing," she joked, pretending to heroically offer her hand to her friends. With laughter echoing across the wide expanse of water, they all eventually plunged in, leaving behind a trail of ripples that danced on the lake's surface. The water was crisp, a perfect contrast to the sweltering heat, invigorating each one of them with a renewed sense of vitality. They swam together, sometimes racing, sometimes just floating on their backs, watching the clouds drift by in lazy formations. Splashes and spontaneous games of water tag fill the afternoon, each friend taking turns in creative ways to stay ahead or evade the others. As the sun began its slow descent, painting the sky in hues of pink and orange, the four friends swam back to shore. Dripping with water and exhilaration, they lay on the sand, letting the warm breeze dry their skin. "Let's make this a summer tradition," Emily suggested, her voice filled with satisfaction. "To many more swims," Oscar agreed, raising an imaginary glass. Mia nodded, "and many more adventures." Jake playfully tossed a handful of sand in the air. "Next time, let's bring a picnic. Swimming makes you hungry." They all laughed, knowing that the day had been a delightful reminder of the joys of friendship and the simple pleasures of life. Together, they watched as the final traces of light vanished, promising to return to this paradise together.